last video. It was so long that it's gonna take forever to upload, so I just finished the reading, but there's still things that are standing out to me from the last reading. If you want to go back and check it out, it's about, a masculine energy and this distorted feminine who tried to stop a divine feminine from moving towards their destiny by sabotaging them and stopping them from being able to work or make money. But there are also things that are standing out to me, so this is an empress, things that I want to get to. This is an empress, so while it was happening, and it seems this person seemed to gather the strength and the willpower, and it seems like things are moving forward for this person. So, what this person felt and thought during this process about the situation is of interest. What happened on that trip, that initial trip with those negotiations, that started this whole thing, and also the negotiations that were the people that were involved in trying to leave this empress out in the cold. So we're going to cover those three things. Yeah, and so I was going to maybe also cover this this man who's in despair, and as far as him trying to hold this empress back, was it conscious? Did he go into agreement? Did he hide his feelings? Does that make him culpable? How deep does it go? I could look into that. With his family here, everything is not black or white. I understand that. Family matters. That these things go very deep. This is family matters. This is how somebody has been raised. This is what they're used to, and some people with tradition and all that stuff can't. They're trying to appease. This is multiple people, and they have love in their heart, but obviously this family only believes in money or jackpots or whatever it was that this person, it seems like they went along with it. It seems like they didn't have anyone to talk to them about their feelings or another way of looking at things. I feel like that's another reason why I want to look into this empress and the negotiations, because I feel like where did I put those cards? Oh yeah, here they are. Someone had to go into agreement with this to try to leave this empress out in the cold. There's one hand, and then there's a receiving hand. So there are other people here. So that means that this emperor, this is a whole culture. This is a whole culture that allowed this corruption or sickness, darkness, manipulation, whatever it is, to propagate. This is who knows why did people think this is not an empress in the reverse? So this person isn't draining people. This person is nurturing people. So it's because this empress in the upright, and they're focused on working. So it's what is it that made people think that this whoever it is that got involved, that's important. So let's look into these things. Also, there's someone who's thinking a lot about this divine feminine and bad health. So it could be this masculine who's in despair is not well, or this masculine energy could be thinking a lot about this divine feminine's mental state at this point after what has happened. Or there could be something going on physically. For some reason, someone is thinking a lot about this divine feminine's physical health. So I don't know your scenario, but or how deep this goes, especially with this super dark, with this magician in the reverse. What might have happened where someone would be thinking about your health. So that's another thing that I wanted to mention, but let's get to the main questions. Okay, so I've sort of divided it into two sections. We have this distorted feminine, the shadow attribute of prostitute, places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. This person, something that happened on a trip abroad, most definitely, where a romance was started. This is something that was premeditated. They were focused on a man with money. This is something that I've had a reading about before that was so twisted I didn't post it because I needed to process what that was and see how it comes up again if I do a read on it. Not holding back the message, just wanted to make sure I was clear. And then also this Empress energy who was being kind of sabotaged behind closed doors, who had built a 10 of Pentacles, some sort of negotiations for, actually it was like this feminine was negotiating a 10 of Pentacles. There was something about giving and receiving here. And so what's of concern to me is we know that there was at minimum a karmic kind of distorted feminine who was trying to sabotage and hold back this Empress out of jealousy, because the divine masculine or masculine, whatever it is you want to call them, was still in love and married this person for Hierophant for approval or whatever. And so first let's look at this interaction on this island or this place near water where I feel like there's gambling going on. I feel like there's a man who is alone because of the other cards from the other reading. If you want to check it out, it's the one I did right before this one. Definitely, I'm feeling like this person, because of the cards that were showing up, is in pain. So this person is on a trip. There's the other people there. There might be a casino or something like that, and there's water. It feels there's like a prestigious energy to it as well, where there's something about it that feels like off access, where not just anybody can go. This person, though, did some research on the masculine energy, this prostitute. This person was after money, or after like taking something, getting something. So let's look into this first. We'll put this negotiations aside because somebody, like, what we want to know what the reasons are why someone would want to block the negotiations of an Empress. And we want to know who. Okay, so let's start with prostitute. Okay, actually, we want to get some more attributes. Okay, I just cracked the deck. We got saboteur, child wounded. So this person sabotages other people. They have a destructive behavior or desire to undermine others. very destructive person. What else do we need to know? Priest, alchemist. So this person, this is some of the stuff that was showing up in the other reading that was so far out that that's one of the reasons why I didn't post it, but I'm going to use the shadow attributes. Violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So there's some sort of spirituality involved here. This does not feel like Hierophant, traditional in the sense of like a religious kind of like thing. This feels like shadow attribute of alchemist, misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So we've got spiritual twice. With that alchemy, this is something else that was showing up really strongly for me. That was showing up really strong for me in the other reading, that I kept seeing a drink and something being mixed for one. Like someone not fully in their right mind. What I was seeing was somebody who's on a trip. You know how like there used to be a thing where it was like, or people still do it, was it called rupees or something like that? But they used to do it to women. But what I get from this person is that this is like their MO, that they use like substances or something like that, but against men, which is like, I'm sure something that, you know, this kind of thing is probably happens more often than not, but men suffer through the silence and heal on their own if they ever do, because men, it's harder, generally speaking, for them. I mean, it's changing, but it's harder for them. I mean, it seems like it's changing right now. It's harder for them to speak out when something happens to them. They just don't. They just swallow it, or they push it down, or whatever it is. But I feel like I'm seeing nighttime or an afternoon behind closed doors. I feel that this person was with a masculine after looking them up. We had poet that had come out in the previous reading. I think that they used words. I think that this masculine energy was in a dark place. I think that they were in pain when they met this person. This person knew way more information than this masculine knew. This person presented themselves like an ally, was very flirtatious right off the bat. But there was something else going on as well, besides just manipulation. I heard a ding, it's true. Something else was going on here. And I don't think just with this, like, this alchemy, I definitely feel like there was some kind of drugs here or something. We'll just put it that way. There was something people were partaking in. I feel like more than weed, for sure. More than weed. Something weird. I don't know what. I also feel like this combination with alchemist and priest is somebody who you know how some people like, what's a good way to relate for people that don't think this way? Like every ritual that a person does, whether with traditional religion, like a baptism has a spiritual meaning to it. But there are people who also play around with whether you want to believe they do or not is not the question. That's not the question. It's some people that you wouldn't, expect. The simpler version of it is like burning a religious candle and letting it go for 7 days. Clearing the space with sage. Those types of things. Well, there are people who get more deeply into stuff, really deeply into stuff. They use herbs, all kinds of stuff, incantations, whatever it is they do. They just play around. It's like people call it kitchen magic, and it just depends on how deep it goes. These two cards coming out, because I don't really want to talk about it, but these two cards coming out are very clearly saying to me that this person not only looked someone up, and whether, it worked or not, they did something kind of, whatever this is, they focused in on this distorted feminine who's after money, focused in on a wealthy man. They used some kind of substance and they premeditated whatever this was. They looked up, they knew a lot about this person beforehand. Misuse of power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So this is some sort of spiritual practice. I don't know if this is another person, priest, or this is someone who really knows what they're doing. Seduced by your own spiritual role. This is someone who does this a lot. Seduced by their own, maybe they feel that they were successful in the past. Maybe, it's like even, what's the word? Law of attraction, whatever it is you want to call it, where this person, if you do affirmations over and over and over again, how you can like manifest things the way you want them to be. So it feels like this person maybe, whatever they do in their world where they utilize this a lot to get to where they want to be. They calculate a plan in advance. They're after money, or it's a selfish gains. This is selfish gains because this is manipulation. Because if the person doesn't know that A, they're being given substances, and B, that they were being looked up in advance, and C, that there's someone doing weird, or I'm passing judgment, weird incantations, or whatever it is, to, dominate or have power over the outcome involving another individual. So this is premeditated. There's some kind of drugs involved. This is, if you'd seen the other reading, these same cards were coming out. And that's why I was like, I need to look into this. And now here they are again. So I think this person came across as like an ally. I think the other thing that happened is that this person found commonalities with this masculine energy. I think this masculine energy was sad. And I feel like they found commonalities about the things they don't like, who they don't like, and what they don't like, generated by this distorted feminine. I think that the sad masculine energy leaned on this distorted feminine prostitute energy. I think that, okay, let's just keep going. Anything else we need to know? Yeah, I think someone looked really deeply into something here. Wow. They might have like figured out who their social group was, like really gone that far. I think this person used something to do with a father. There we go, mystic again. Delusional rapport with the divine. Something with this father. They approached this father. This has happened later. To come across like a dilettante to a father. The father of this masculine energy. There might have been some manipulation with that as well. I don't know about that for sure. Yeah, they kind of like came across as like a mentor and a guide. Because they came across as a dilettante, a mentor, and a guide. They played some father, and they came across like an angel. That's what they did. But this is like, intensely thought out in advance, all of it. So this person knew everything about this person before whatever this trip was. So let's look and see what happened on the trip. This is the thing I saw in the other reading, and we'll see. Pathway concern. So I didn't even shuffle yet, but this masculine was concerned about their pathway. They were feeling stunted and like they couldn't get ahead. This is a discussion that happened between the masculine and this alchemist prostitute in a room. So it started out that way, so there was a commonality. I feel like this person with this marriage card, these are like contracts. There was something about concern and high honor. I mean, it could be that the discussion was this prostitute was feeling like they were missing the honor, or this masculine was feeling like they were missing respect. They talked concern, thinking a lot about honor. They could have discussed a divine feminine even. I don't know. A change. This person could have really opened up to this person, trusted this person. There's something to do with the fortune here where somebody let me close the window. There was a fortune involved. There was a fortune to be had. Someone felt under judgment. Court case, adjudication. Judging a fortune. Judging a fortune. Judging a fortune. Somebody was judging a fortune. What? Show me judging a fortune? Use a different deck. Judging a fortune. Maybe the judging a fortune. Frivolity. things that don't matter. This has to do with like the nice things, fortune, like ostentatious. We have someone who's thinking a lot about, someone's in the middle of these two feminine energies. There's a sweetheart, which is my card for the divine feminine. Someone's really looking into this wife, judging a fortune. Someone's really studying and thinking a lot about money, a fortune, and this wife and this sweetheart. Sometimes if I ever watch my readings back, it'll come to me while I'm watching it, but right now I'm not quite getting it. Someone was judging, maybe someone was judging what this divine feminine had or didn't have. Or fortune has to do with sometimes just what someone's born with, like their potential, their capacity, their ability to manifest. Like, this could have been part of the discussion. Seems like a lot to have in one meeting, because that's what I'm focused in on. The first meeting here. A message about hope, no child, getting help, something about a child, need help, doctor, need help with an expert, doctor, expert. And then we have thief. Ding. Someone's in despair. It's so weird that the divine feminine is part of this conversation. There's something about a child, no child, some sort of despair, getting help with a doctor. Someone, or getting help from an expert. A message. Maybe the divine feminine and divine masculine, or whatever you want to call the masculine. At this point, there was something to do with a child between them and an expert trying to help with something that came up in a conversation with this prostitute, alchemist, whatever you want to call them. But then thief, getting help, taking something, thief, help with taking something. Despair, no child. Help with a thief, thievery. Judgment of a fortune, thievery. Putting something under judgment, a fortune, taking it. Taking a fortune. Getting help, something with no child. A child. What I'm getting is that this conversation, it went for like this, especially for like first meeting, this is very like these two it's like this happened really fast. Can I get, show me thief. Thief card comes out a lot with this, like, prostitute thief. Show me, what are they trying to steal? Originality. Ideas. Ding. Taking ideas. A fortune. This could have been this could be like multiple subjects that came out over, like, maybe these two hung out over an afternoon and they just never separated. And this is, but a lot of it just had to do with like things and a fortune, message, something about no child. This masculine could have talked about why they didn't marry the divine feminine, and that, you know, they could have shared their feelings because this person came across as an ally. They didn't know this person had already pre-planned this. Someone wants to steal originality. Show me more. Lust. Tell me about lust. This person used lust and flirtation. So this prostitute was using flirtation and lust. Ding. Creating a vision with this intuition that's untrue or foggy, I feel like. Or making it feel like it's a connection that is destined with this intuition, making it feel like it's a lustful, like a hot connection that is like meant to be, or has some sort of like metaphysical properties with this, like, you know, it's like replicating a divine counterpart connection. Stealing originality. What's hard for me to tell is like who was doing what exactly, but this is what was coming out. But I think it turned really quickly from an ally who's connecting, they're talking, one person's saying what they need, they feel like they're not getting this fortune, or their pathway is blocked. They're discussing something, the divine feminine comes in, there's something like that. And there's something also about not having a child. And something about stealing something to do with originality. I have no idea right now. But originality could be with this Mercury and Aquarius, just like expansive thinking, taking someone's ideas as their own, which leads right to like lust, flirtation, intuition, which feels like doppelganger energy. So if this person, like, it's possible they knew what kind of a person the divine feminine was. I feel like there's something else though. Original ideas, originality, Mercury, Aquarius. Trying to steal someone's originality, then using lust, flirtation, and intuition. Literally trying to take, wow. This is like, like All About Eve, or some like thing. It's like, it's so crazy that someone who's just living a normal life would never know this is, you know, especially like I feel like this prostitute energy, because this masculine energy from the other reading was in despair or was like a widower. So I feel like this, you know, when you catch someone who it turned off, hopefully it got everything here. So what else do we need to know? Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. So a chair is filled. So this person was feeling like there was something missing, and now there's someone in the chair. So this person really came across as an ally. There was lust and flirtation, drugs involved. It was premeditated. This person wanted money. Honor and respect will come to you. So this is also what came up in the other reading. There was some type of like negotiation, or this person was talking about how they were missing something. Their pathway was blocked. This person promised honor and respect. This prostitute with the no child might have, maybe they had a child, but there was no masculine energy or something like that, or they felt like they were at a place where they needed to have a child in order to have respect. So maybe what it is for each of them, they each filled each other's need. So each of them was looking for a type of respect which the other one could offer. And it was very it was like a lustful thing, but it was like a fake metaphysical or fake spiritual connection, because this person was like stealing someone else's like identity or vibe while they were doing this. And they must have promised, this prostitute promised honor and respect to this masculine energy, and this masculine energy promised honor and respect to this distorted feminine energy, maybe by way of a child, marriage even, because it says wife here. And what we're not, with this great fortune, maybe there was money to be had or something that this prostitute could offer. A great fortune, there could be something this prostitute could offer this masculine, because this is like a two-way street, chair filled, honor and respect. So it's like a negotiation here, but it's already starting off the bat with manipulation, because this person premeditated this, looked deeply into the situation, so they knew how to present themselves. And it looks like they were like doing some kind of other stuff too, energy, whatever, burning candles, whatever they were doing. Then what happened? Different deck. Or, okay. Because there's other stuff that popped up about like this drink. I want to know about this drink. Show me this drink. What's this substance? What's going on with this drink? Caught a case, sexual infection, disease, rash, etc. What? Someone could have had something. Maybe this prostitute. But how does that connect to the drink? did something really dumb. Someone didn't do something very smart. Someone could have caught something from this prostitute. Their IQ, something was blurred because of a drink. Low IQ. Ding. Low IQ. Someone was not thinking straight. They could have caught something. Or is there something else? What am I missing? Forcer. Creepin'. Travel. Romance on the brain. Tripping on you. An offer. Girl fight. What this person was missing. What this person was missing is that this person, okay, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot. This person did a lot of dirt digging. Because we said, look, this is just confirming this, looking you up. A lot of obsession here. This person is an obsessive person. This person is not like, no, this is not normal. This person forces things. They force to get what they want. It's like do anything kind of energy. This person was tripping on you, whoever you is. This person was a happiness hater. This is divine feminine popped up in here. And we know later that they tried to block them. So they were already focused on a divine feminine. They were tripping on someone already. This person had looked up. They might have known about a relationship between this divine feminine and masculine. Forced their way in, were really creeping, tripping, dirt digging, creeping, like this. Who knows how long this person was like hovering around a couple. The person was hovering around a couple, looked them up. Originality, so I don't know how they would know this person, this divine feminine's attributes, but they seem to have figured it out. And they hated the divine feminine. They hated the connection. This was before. This was what was hidden, low IQ, because that's what I asked. Person forced their way in, already tripping. Blocked on Facebook. Can't figure some things out. Maybe I don't know what this is exactly. Something about a romantic affair is blocked. They might have seen something between this couple. Maybe they saw there was trouble. Or there was something going on. I don't know what this is. This blocked. Or they were after blocking someone, getting someone blocked. Blocking a romantic love affair. That's what it is. They were tripping, they were a happiness hater, they wanted to force their way in. They wanted to block a romantic love because they were a happiness hater. I think they hated this, whatever connection. They wanted it, so they replicated a divine feminine's energy. This is so weird. They wanted to get an offer on travel. During this travel, they made an offer. They wanted to get an offer on this travel. They said things already. They started out with, they did things and said things to get a ball in motion already because there was a girl fight. They were competing with a feminine energy. That this divine feminine has no idea this is happening. This is on some trip. This person like premeditated and targeted two people. Love. They wanted to block it and get and be originality. Thief, originality. Do it with lust, flirtation, and manufacture a connection. Child and message of concern. There's something about that as well. Show me with this child, because child just came out underneath there too. There's something about a child, someone getting stuck, trapped. I had to change the battery. If it's hard to believe, it shouldn't be, because there are definitely people with mental health issues all over the world with bad intentions, and they come in female bodies or feminine energies, lots of them. This is like, it feels like, I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but this feels like a psychopath to me. It feels like someone who, or like just a really extreme narcissist. I don't know what's wrong with this person. Who does that? Who targets a person and looks them up? I mean, I guess I can see like the more benign version of this is like, you know, someone who wants to, a feminine energy that really wants to get married and find a man with money. That is, you know, part of society, you know, but like to solely focus on just the money part, I don't feel is healthy. That's where the prostitution comes in. It's like trading other principles in exchange for just going after somebody just for their money does not a relationship make. I don't see, there's no happiness there, but you know, that's an old story. So that's the more benign version of this, but this is like taken to the nth degree. This is like somebody who is missing morals, for sure. Missing morals. There's something that snapped. There feels like something snapped with this person. It's to reach this point. I mean, this person would have to be hiding what they're doing. I mean, like this stress for a healthy person, a somewhat naturally healthy person, to hold on to one lie is very stressful. It's very stressful to even hold on to one lie. So this person manufactured a whole life based on deep hatred and competitiveness. So, and then lived that life, and then lived that life, like actually pursued this. Like, this is the kind of thing where you are cooking dinner and you're angry and you think through a malicious plan, and then you laugh at yourself later and say, what was I thinking? And you snap to. You know, everybody has these thoughts run through people's heads. You know, you're human. Weird thoughts come and go. You know, maybe someone you feel put down upon or something like that. It happens to everyone. But to actually think the thoughts and then do them, that's what this person did. Someone allowed themselves to be run by hatred and jealousy and literally tried to obliterate another person with this thievery and become someone else with this, where is it? It's this sweetheart. Originality. There's only one, each of us has one personality. So we can't be someone else. We have to be ourselves. This person, that's what I mean by something is like missing, something's not working right for this person because they are their own person. And so all the time that they took looking someone up and all of that, who knows what they had meant for them. But instead they tried to take someone else's life. So if it sounds outlandish, this sounds outlandish. It is, but the bridge to get here from what's already, a misaligned, I feel like a misaligned societal issue, which has to do with power, money, the way that people, approach men with money and marrying for money, and or people devaluing others, men devaluing women for looks, or women devaluing men for looks, whatever, masculine, feminine, it's not that, but it's a lot of people just only pursue things and people for what they can get out of them. And people do things like put holes in rubbers to get pregnant and things like that. People do that type of thing. That's what this is. It's just that it's taken to the nth degree, so it becomes psychopath. It becomes, this is so lost in an idea that maybe was already a little sketchy. It's not the best, in my opinion, way of pursuing people just for money, or women that just, what I'm trying, traditionally, a lot of women are like told that they'll never be anything, or they're just a pretty face or something like that, and they need to marry well. So this is what this is like, marry well type culture gone haywire. And this person making up crazy plans. They feel like this divine feminine with this girl fight doesn't deserve, they're competing with a divine feminine who has a connection with some masculine energy. They decide they'll get the offer instead. So this is like, on paper, it's like, I can almost see how someone would think that, oh, hey, it's a dog eat dog world, so let me get what I want out of it. And not seeing just how nuts it is, where it crosses the line to becoming literally a psychopath. Because what happens to this person that they've stolen, like that's crazy. Premeditated looking someone up, like, oh, let me see this person, let me learn more about them, let me get in, let me play this game. Well, love is not a game. Love is not a game. It just isn't. So I think I'm understanding, because it's taken me a long time to take that leap, but this person wasn't listening to judgment, their better judgment. They weren't listening to their higher calling, for sure. I feel like I'm trying to articulate this better, but this is the best way that I can describe it for any, anyone that's watching this where this feels like too outlandish. It's not. It's just taken too far. very well taken to an absurd level. This is devaluing also this masculine energy by manipulation, devaluing people. Acting cold, girl fight. They might have said and done things, and like sometimes masculine energies can't see it. It's like when a masculine can see another masculine is manipulating a feminine. It's the same way where a feminine can see where a feminine is manipulating a masculine more easily. Sometimes, most of the time. This acting cold girl fight, this feels like verbal manipulation. Something in this conversation which was meant to dissuade this masculine from thinking highly of the divine feminine that they were mourning over. And this person was after an offer. They wanted an offer. They knew already with this looking you up. They knew what they were doing. I feel like they already knew something about the personality of this person. They had something that they could offer to this masculine, something to do with this great fortune as well. This person was mourning. Lust was involved, travel was involved. So, this cup keeps coming up, and I do feel something weird was going on with this as well. That's why it's even more psychotic. I'm not a psychologist, so if that's the wrong word, hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. Anything else we need to know about this? I know it's a long reading, but I just want to get through the King of Cups. This message this is the second time it's come up. It came up in the previous reading, so I'm just going to cover it because otherwise it's just going to keep coming up. That's how it works for me. If the cards come up, I see the messages and I don't deliver them, they keep coming up and I can't move on to the next subject. So, King of Cups. King of Cups off balance. Okay, so having to do with this moment in time, King of Cups was off balance. This masculine energy was not balanced when this was happening. Tell me about this. This could be juggling. This could be having financial problems because the pathway was feeling blocked. This could be someone who is like emotionally off balance, which is what I was saying. This person was mourning. I think this like prostitute energy knew this person was mourning. Show me. Moon. Moon in reverse. A lot of times that's something coming to light. But the other way, in reversed card can be read as a deepening of the energies. And I'm going to have to say with this off balance here and this moon in reverse, that this is a deep illusion. This masculine was off balance and in a deep illusion while this was going on. And I'm saying there was something in this cup that wasn't right. There was another card that had popped up that was standing out a lot to me in a reading that I didn't post. But I feel like this person was messing around with something weird, for one. You know, whether you believe it works or doesn't, it's just, I do feel like this was the activity they were doing. They premeditated something. I feel there was something weird in this cup. This person was in a weird illusion. This person was in a weird illusion, and somebody was trying to like replicate with this illusion. Where does it go? This intuition card. It was trying to replicate something and then using words to make someone look bad or to shift someone's perception. Acting very angelic while doing it. Because this person wanted what they wanted, that's why. they were competing for something they wanted, because they got snoring dog. This person locked in on a couple. They locked in on, they zeroed in on, this became some weird obsession. This person zeroed in on this couple. Dang. Beforehand. These people had no idea it was happening. And that's, yeah, this is mental health issues for sure. This is someone who, it's what, like feeling like you have a connection with someone, and you know, I don't advocate for cheating or trying to pull people away from someone who's married. That's not good. I can understand how mistakes get made with marriages, and they need to be fixed if people are unhappy and there's a connection, and then hopefully everyone finds happiness. But that's not what this is. This is a couple that's happy or has a connection that and someone else zeroes in on them and calculates how to replace this female. It's like a jealous woman comes in and tries to replace the other woman, and it's like, out of all, like, why focus on the man that has someone? There's already other men or masculine energies, and this person, not only that, they looked it up, calculated this whole thing. This masculine was out of balance. Show me what happened after they were out of balance. Fine. Competition, lust, playful. This is one of the reasons why I didn't post the other one, because I was trying to understand what this is, and it's coming up again. So, with whatever this was, I think this person was a bit out of it, and I think that there was a struggle. I honestly do. I feel like there's some weird struggle. And if that's hard to imagine, it happens to women, so it happens to men too. I think this person was fuzzy. I think this person was fuzzy and out of it. What's this? This person was fuzzy and out of it. Anything else we need to know? Something about like taking control over like a loss of money or a loss of this 10 of Pentacles and heartache. Getting control over this loss. This could be family wealth loss. I feel like this person is a thief. Heartache, heartbreak. This, because the reading before this was, I feel like this person steals from men who have money, gender specific, maybe also women. I think this person has an MO. That's what they do. I feel like this masculine is trying to get control. I'm not saying this masculine's innocent by any means. By any means, I'm just saying that I think now they're trying to get control. I think that something happened with this. I think there's also a loss of money. There could have been a loss of money while this person was out of it. or someone was out of it. Someone lost something. Someone lost something and they're heartbroken. Especially if it's a masculine energy, they might not be talking about it because, again, it just the way society goes, where when a masculine energy gets taken advantage of, whether physically or financially, they don't talk about it because that's not supposed to happen to them. It's very rare. I mean, it's starting to come out, but I think something else went on. I feel like this person also, you know, this is a 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is like family wealth, because this person started out with wealthy man, so this person was doing well. This person was doing well. Now I feel like it's, you know, there's something going on here with this. There's a loss. This person like calculated something. I don't know what this could be just bad energy, you know, all of this like lying and manipulation, and just, this is definitely negative energy. This is super psychotic, and that's gonna hurt whoever is involved in this kind of stuff. This is like marry well on steroids. This is like, yeah. And we've got 7 of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this is coming to light. A lot of this stuff is coming to light somehow, and maybe someone's going to confess. Maybe the truth is coming out during this loss, or this person was after taking money, because prostitute. The next shadow attribute of it, they were putting their ethics aside or they didn't have them. This person got duped. There was something weird going on here. This person like got lulled into this. They're responsible for themselves, but they did get lulled into something weird here that was premeditated by someone who was like, focused in a really sickening way on this situation. I mean, like, what scenario is there that is like this? That's a similar story where somebody is highly focused on another person and is researching them from behind closed doors or from wherever they're looking. Where someone can't take their eye off of some situation or person and is researching them and getting information on them in advance. And then hides it. Hides it. What is that? What's the name of that personality? Because that's what this is. So what happened after that struggle, I don't know. I did look it up in the last reading that I'm not posting, but it's really crazy and weird and gross, and I'm not gonna get into it right now. And I need more clarity before I do, just to make sure I'm understanding it correctly. It was very manipulative, and there could be, I don't know, something weird with it, really weird. Okay. Yeah, and if this sounds outlandish, I don't know what to say. There's crazy people in the world. That's people. Some you hear about things, you know, later after the fact in the news or whatever, and this is one of those situations. This is really, really, really insane. Okay, so I feel like this person's dangerous too, because if they're that sort of out of it, yeah, I feel like this masculine might even like have realized what they got themselves into. I don't know. I think they did. I think they're having, that's why I feel like something's dangerous here. Again, masculine, you know, the problem is there could be something about money going on where this person feels trapped. But these are the kind of things where it's like, yeah, this person could be getting rejected. This person could be creating all kinds of dramas in their life. There could be a lot of bad habits. This masculine could have bad habits now from like self-medicating. This person's, you know, obsessive, and there could be legal issues. If they have a child, there could be child problems. This person could be, you know, either a player and getting out because they always were, or to try to make themselves feel better, or this person's being accused of something that's not true. I don't know. I mean, their reputation seems to be damaged. I think this person is like trying to, I think that they tried. I think that they really tried their best to make a divine feminine, you know, ruin their reputation. The divine feminine that they tried to replace, I think they did everything in their power to try to devalue them, talk about what they do and don't have, as if money is the only thing that makes a person valuable. And that, I guess that there were people who were open to hearing it that way, or saying that someone was faking who they were and that they're no one important or something, to try to devalue them so that nobody would, this is stepping into power, so praised, coming up, spotlight, to try to devalue this person so that, this is psychotic. All right, I'm just gonna look in the second half. I know it's a long reading, but just want to get it out. Okay, so that's what we were just talking about, is this divine feminine who was this like queen rising. This person stepped in, did all kinds of crazy stuff. The idea was in the previous reading to for this masculine to show loyalty. To show loyalty, they need to reject this Empress. There's a 10 of Pentacles here that this Empress has. So they get rejected. This Empress gets rejected. And then they try to, this is the other reading, the previous reading, they do recover, they heal, they work independently, they're at a 9 of Pentacles, they keep their head down and just work and heal, They get themselves from a 9 to a 10 of Pentacles, and they're about to negotiate, they're negotiating something. They're negotiating a 10 of Pentacles. So it looks like someone's going to give them something. So this person, this is generally business. Or, you know, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is working independently on something to get to a 10. So this person healed and worked, and there's a negotiation happening. But it was like in the reverse. It was blocked, right? It was blocked in a previous reading. So what do we need to know? What do we need to know about? I mean, I have questions like, why would somebody feel, because there's more than one person involved in a negotiation. So if this person was negotiating a 10 of Pentacles and they got all the way to a 10, my first question is well, what do we need to know about that? Tell me about this negotiations, this 10 of Pentacles that was blocked. This Empress, this foot went face down, toil and labor. Someone put in a lot of work. Lovers. Two people that work together that are lovers. A lot of work went into something. Toil and labor. Someone put in a lot of effort. Two people who work together or are lovers or some work environment here. Okay, so that's one thing, is that this is someone who's involved in this negotiations. Stopping the negotiations are two people that have some sort of, this could be a love affair at work, who work together. Could be cheating. Okay, and sudden wealth. Sudden wealth. Privileged lady. A couple things I'm getting is someone, there could be another woman here who was offered something. Someone was offered something. This could be like some kind of a bribe. So there's a bribe, or maybe someone's gonna get something. So someone could have stepped in. This is all happening behind closed doors. Someone could have stepped in and offered somebody something, basically to step away from this Ten of Pentacles. This person could be someone who has a position of status position, that was going to get more, stand to get more. So maybe someone who works together, that are lovers at work, which could be the masculine who has apparently lost their mind, if that's what they're doing, and this prostitute who work together. Maybe they work together, they put in a lot of effort, and they bribed this woman. They bribed someone who has a position of authority or is privileged. They bribed them. So maybe they offered this woman something. This happened with only a few people involved. It could have been messaging going back, text messages, emails. Just wow. Something about a great fortune. A main male. There could be another man here who has a fortune. Here's just some of the people that are involved. A main male who has a great fortune was part of this negotiation that blocked this Empress who was negotiating something and lost 10 Pentacles. Something about a power imbalance or what's fair. There was some negotiations. Anything else? Yeah, it got stopped. Got stopped. What's this? It wants to come out. Thief. Somebody stole something from a divine feminine. What's this? Message of concern. What do we need to know about this message of concern? Expectation. Cyberbully. Dirt digging. Message of concern. Message of concern. Someone was bullying someone online. Message of concern. Moving on, thank you, next. Reflecting, someone would be thinking a lot about this bully who was like a stalker energy. So there could actually be another individual involved that's connected to this thing that was like a deflection or something like that. But in the meantime, the masculine energy, whatever this ruse was starting to recognize their feelings or something like that. This is just exhausting. Okay, so there was a bribe. But as we see, it seems like people are, their Ten of Pentacles are now, yeah, they made a risky decision. Being two-faced here. Now no one knows who they can trust. Because if one person, because this kind of stuff that happens behind closed doors, you know, people could be feeling pressure right now from doing something so hideous. Because we're talking about an empress. This person has been through a lot in order to become the empress. This isn't someone who just like, you know, they went through all of the pentacles, the Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, all of those phases to get to this Empress position, and they were negotiating something and it was stolen from them behind closed doors by people who worked really hard together and bribed someone who accepted the bribe in order to work with this main male, it looks like, that has a great fortune or something like that, sudden wealth. And so basically ended this someone stole thief. It's the prostitute energy, led by the prostitute energy. I feel like, I don't know if this masculine is built part of this Lovers or not. I don't know, because this Lovers here, someone at work, it's giving me, there's a marriage card here. Maybe the prostitute and the masculine work together, but I'm feeling like it's even possible that this Lovers could be the distorted feminine and this main male with a great fortune. Could be. And this privileged lady who already has a lot stood to make more. So they threw the Empress under the bus and stole something. And then there's another energy of someone else is here, like a stalker or weird obsessed energy, obsessed with the divine feminine. Anything else we need to know? Convention, all done under the guise of a convention. Everybody looks really upstanding here. These are the people that, look at that nice structure there. These are people who come across as conservative or trustworthy. These are people who seem like they follow the rules and stay inside the box. Yeah, and they cultivate companionships together. They shake hands and make deals, these people. A lot of them have positions of authority and have resources. Well, there you go. Like we said, wow, okay, so friendship. Tell me about friendship. Extremism. Mercury in Scorpio. Well, that has detective energy to me all over it. Mercury in Scorpio, it's hard to get things past someone who has Mercury in Scorpio. So it makes me wonder if this whole time this was happening, the Empress was really aware of all of maybe not of this connection, but of all of this activity. Also because this friendship, you know, someone did something really extreme. Anything else? If there was anything that this is all illusions and someone also being like criticized, there's some sort of illusion of someone being criticized, like someone following some sort of doctrine or idea that's false and afraid of being criticized, and so they do, even though there's a friendship there. So someone's like a follower, not a leader here. Someone that was involved in this knew it was wrong and allowed themselves to fall into some sort of like murky illusion while they did it. Yes, because this is part of a special group. Discrimination. Only some may enter. That is how this person, these are friendships, handshakes, these are people who just promise things to others inside a special group, and they have resources. So it's, you know, this person out here is just one person, and someone wanted to, wow, did anyone ask why this privileged lady, I guess, just wanted to be part of this? This privileged lady did not want to be criticized and has to follow the handshakes of the group and stay inside the box. So this lady, this privileged lady, went along with it and was also able to gain something with this great fortune with this main male. Yeah. Empathy, there wasn't any empathy here. No empathy. Anything else we need to know? Because I'm sick of these energies. Okay, so we knew that we know that justice is playing out. So I've done that in the previous reading. We're just looking into exactly what happened to this Empress that went from a 9 that healed themselves from a psychopathic kind of like individual who was focused in on them for some weird reason, and then went on to heal, and then built a 10 of Pentacles that the psychopath then came back in to stop. And then this privileged lady accepted it. I think this privileged lady is who this Empress was negotiating with. Meanwhile, this Empress also had some other weird stalker at the same time. So this Empress was dealing with this corruption and two stalkers. Okay, tell me about, I feel like there's more than that actually. Okay, so great fortune, main male. What do we need to know? Something else. Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So I guess that means that if someone is connected to this main male with the great fortune, this person feels like, well, that's the better trajectory than following through. It'd be much better to take this, join with this convention with these people. What else? Something important, such as a new job or a raise. Like, yeah, exactly. Like I said, sudden wealth. This privileged lady got sudden wealth and a new job or new move or new raise connected to this main male with a great fortune. So this was a bribe. And also, you know, authority. It was a position, it's more power, doing something extreme, operating, being worried about being criticized. So being a coward. Anything else we need to know? What about thief and coffin? teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Money will be coming to you. So this, not only that, this feminine energy had created some sort of friendship with this privileged lady, and this was where the negotiations were happening from. They created a friendship and they were negotiating with this feminine energy, and this thief stopped that from happening. Yeah, this feminine energy was waiting for something to happen, and then they just ended up with disappointment in that they lost their 10 of Pentacles that they had been working on after this happened. Some of them might have gotten sick too. Yeah. From that. But they kept their head up. Things will not always be that way. Good fortune is coming to them. They are protected from negative forces beyond their control. So this might have slowed someone down because they know how universal law works. And so this person relaxed with it. And now we know justice is playing out with these forces that are working against this divine feminine, forces that are in positions of authority. Here's that additional energy that I feel is the stalker too, dealing relationship with blonde, gray, or white hair. This is another stalker. That person with the white hair, whatever is doing is not smart. This person is experiencing depression, anxiety, that something's against them. So whatever these people did, club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. These people, exactly whatever it is that they did, they're now starting to experience. Because for the divine feminine, a period of prosperity and abundance is coming. If they need help, assistance and guidance is coming, and success is coming. Opportunities are waiting for them. Yes, they're experiencing good luck. That's what's happening for these divine feminines, where something was stolen, and there's something about people really reading or looking into this situation, starting to see as clear as day what happened in connection to this wife character who is very superficial and frivolous and overly focused on this sweetheart energy via some kind of messages people are seeing. All right, I hope that helps. If this is your story, I hope that it helps you find clarity and healing. All right, bye.